if I'm not mistaken, you had a birthday recently, so happy birthday.
Thank you. 23 feels good.
Yeah, just wait.
Yeah, I'm 25. I wish I was 23.
Yeah, don't talk to us about that, or at least a lot of us. So, I was just talking to Lisa about those long drives. We talked a little bit about it after the game, but as you went back and looked at it, and thought about what the team had to do, what do you have to do to prevent those? Because that's happened a few times this year where teams have been able to put together those big, long, time-consuming drives.
Yeah, I think early on in the year, a lot of it has been kind of just our third downs. We got them to third and short, third and medium, and we just have to execute better on that third down. We just got to get off the field. And a lot of times, too, in previous games, we'll get stuck where, we kind of bail them out with a penalty or kind of something just really silly. Just one guy not really, in their coverage, or one guy not doing their responsibility. And so it kind of just blows the whole play. And so looking back at it, they did a good job at keeping their third downs relatively short. But we got to get off of the field on those third downs. And I think that's the key, is just we got to step up. Kind of change the attitude, and this week we've kind of done, addressed that we got to get off the field. So
the other thing I was going to ask is just about this week. This is the last scheduled game, of course, hope for a bowl game, but it's a weird year as far as eligibility choices that players often don't have that are seniors. Just wondered what that's like for you getting ready for this game with kind of that extra element.
Yeah, I think, a lot of seniors probably have been thinking about it, and I certainly have too. And it's kind of just been in the back of the mind, though. I think we've just done a good job at really focusing on what kind of is at hand and what we're doing. It's been really fun this year because we've had a lot of success and we've had a lot of fun doing it. And so the future has always kind of just been there, and it's good to think about it and kind of look forward and project and prepare. But these seniors, I think the biggest reason why we've had a lot of success is just because we've really focused on playing with each other, having fun, just living in the moment, taking advantage of every opportunity that's come our way, and just kind of like giving our all and giving everything we have to this team. So that's, I think, just reflecting on the season, that's been a huge part of our success and a huge factor, just because there has been uncertainty, and some guys might decide to leave, some might decide to stay, but I think we know that we're all just focused on the now.
All right, let's take a question from Norma Gonzalez and Jake Hatch.
I say you just mentioned that you're focused on the now, but I guess could you kind of break down what it would take for you to leave BYU after the season, or for you to come back and take advantage of the free year?
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it, really, honestly. I think I told my wife that I was just going to focus on this season, and I was going to play like it was my last, really just give it my all, dedicate myself to the game, dedicate myself to the team, and come the end of the season, we'll talk about it. We'll decide. My number one goal and priority is just to take care of my family. I've got a little, year and a half old son, and I've got my wife, and just the decision will be both of ours. We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. But yeah, like I said, I haven't really thought much about it, and looking forward to, thinking and really having time to reflect and kind of figure out my future. But as for now, I'm really committed and to this team, love my brothers, and really excited about kind of this upcoming game to rebound and just improve.
And sort of building off on that, considering that this Saturday might be the last time you play in Lavelle Edwards Stadium, can you just sort of tell me what emotions are going through your head? Just what did you like best about playing for BYU, and just sort of recap your whole collegiate career for me?
Yeah, that's a great question. I remember my first year I came in, and I had just gotten married. My wife and I got married really fast, right before my first fall camp. And after fall camp, my wife looks at me and says, "Man, we have 4 more of these." And I said, "Yeah," like it just seemed like so long. And just remember thinking like, how am I going to get through this? But man, it's the greatest decision I've ever made. Aside from, marrying my wife and kind of the opportunity that, having my kid and just kind of the family, but being here at BYU is absolutely where I was supposed to be. The relationships that I've made with my teammates, with my coaches, they'll last forever. I mean, these guys that I'm around are incredible, and just really, really am blessed. I think that's the word I would use to describe it. I'm just blessed to be here. There definitely it was divine. God put me here to learn from these people, to learn from my coaches, my athletic director, my teammates, and definitely am truly just blessed to be here.
Yeah, Isaiah, obviously this is the last scheduled game for you guys this season. Do you have hopes that you guys can add another game on the 19th?
Yeah, I think so. I think, I don't know what the talk is about it, but I'm sure that Tom is probably scheming or working on something for us just to help us finish strong, to kind of, position us in a better spot maybe. Haven't heard anything though. We kind of find out when everyone else finds out about games and about everything. So thank you guys for keeping up on Twitter, because that's where we learn, some of the things. But I don't know. I would love to play another game and love, we still have that mentality of playing anyone, anywhere at any time. So hopefully that can get done. If not, then so be it.
And can you give me just a little bit of a scouting report, what you see from San Diego State? Obviously, it was a low-scoring affair a year ago. I assume you guys have a little payback in mind, but give me a scouting report.
Yeah, really great team. I think they are really physical. They kind of seem to be like that, especially last year. And this year they've got big tight ends, bigger bodies. They have a few quarterbacks that play and are really great athletes. And so, containing them will kind of be a big kind of goal of ours, is just to kind of contain the quarterbacks and limit their big plays. Run game's really good. They run a lot. But yeah, I think we really got to be honed in on, I'm sure that they'll try and do things that Coastal Carolina did and try and attack some of the weaknesses that we have on the defensive side. And so really, we're really just focusing on bettering ourselves in every aspect of our defense.
And I also wanted to ask you, how unique of a scheme was that Coastal Carolina attack based on what you've seen? You've played 4 or 5 years of college football at this point. Yeah,
very unique. Credit to them. They didn't really run too many different plays. They ran, 3 or 4 plays, but they ran them really well. They did a good job at kind of mixing it up, so we weren't, getting good jumps on those plays. And I just wish we, had prepared more, and wish just looking back, wish I would have watched more film and really visualized a lot of their different, things that could have happened. And definitely one of the most unique teams and schemes that I've played against. Haven't really seen that much aside from, Navy. That's the only triple option team that I've played earlier this year. So credit to them though. Great scheme.